Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network. You wrote a happy clappy piece. Trump's latest admission on Fox News is great news for Jack Smith. He said he had every right to interfere in the election. Thank you for giving us that on tape. You said the question now is, can that public statement be used against him? The answer is yes. Trump is forever trying his cases in the court of public opinion where there are no rules of evidence, no rules of procedure, no rules of law. What he apparently doesn't realize is every word out of his mouth is admissible in a criminal trial. I mean, we're getting numb to him admitting crimes on tape, aren't we?
Yeah, and that's why, just as we saw when Donald Trump's hush money, falsifying business records, election interference case in New York moved from the court of public opinion into a court of law, he was literally convicted in a New York minute. The jury banged him out like that. They didn't need much time once they saw the admissible evidence, which is the exact opposite of what people see in the court of public opinion. And the same thing is going to be true in every case, Steph. The challenge is getting him to trial. Once he's in trial, he's going to be convicted in case after case after case. And really the only impediment to that is now the election on November 5th and a corrupt Supreme Court if they want to keep throwing him additional lifelines.
Will Nazi Nick Fuentes be called as a witness for the prosecution?
He needs to be.
In the J6. He made a really compelling case yesterday.
My favorite.
Okay, can we talk Hunter Biden? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
This is such a... I mean, it's
a cluster. This is a cluster.
Thank you. Yeah, so he's withdrawn his not guilty plea in a bid to resolve his federal tax evasion case. He repaid $2 million in back taxes and penalties after getting sober. His defense took a hit when the judge ruled jurors could not hear about his belated payment or his history of addiction.
Oh, my God.
I mean, clearly this was all about bringing down Joe Biden, who is not the candidate anymore. And, here is Hunter, who's, as many of our loved ones have struggled with addiction, is now a roadkill in this, right?
Yeah. On the one hand, as a former career prosecutor, I can't turn a blind eye to crime. And let's face it, Hunter Biden committed crimes. But here's the problem. He committed the kind of crimes lying on a gun purchase form about whether he used drugs or not, and then cheating on his taxes. He committed the kind of crimes that are committed, unfortunately, thousands of times, probably a day across our country, and they don't get prosecuted.
Right.
So I would never say don't prosecute people and hold them accountable for the crimes they commit. But if you do it, gosh darn it, you got to do it fairly and even-handedly. And that's where the government fell down, because they went after Hunter Biden. They went harder than they would go against any other American who committed these crimes because his last name is Biden. That's where the unfairness comes in.
Yep. I know it's hard to keep up with all the criming, but quickly, congressional Democrats launched an investigation in response to the reporting about Egyptian President El-Sisi giving Trump $10 million to illegally help his 2016 campaign. Our friends Jamie Raskin and Robert Garcia behind this. But here's the part I just want to... I need to talk to you about Bill Barr. So they say in here, Attorney General William Barr subsequently blocked efforts by career prosecutors and agents at the FBI to investigate political and financial corruption that has been described. Okay, again, illegal, improper. Bill Barr. Let's talk about that, the Egyptian case.
Yeah, so a couple of thoughts here. This feels like the January 6th investigation all over again, where you have Congress doing the work that the Department of Justice should have done, if not under Bill Barr, because Bill Barr was corrupt. They should have picked it up under Merrick Garland. I mean, this looks like dramatic crime and corruption by Trump and company. So, I can't just keep blaming the criminals when the cops refuse to go after the criminals. At some point, it becomes the fault of the cops, the Department of Justice. So Bill Barr needs to be held to account. Donald Trump needs to be held to account for all of his crimes that, he has yet to be called to the carpet on. And here's what I'm going to land on. I can't wait to see who President Harris appoints as the next Attorney General, because
Glenn
it
Kirschner?
better be a darn fire breather. It better be a fire breather.
Oh, you seem to be breathing fire right now.
Yeah, it should be you.
Okay. Oh, that's what I was trying to be subtle. Yeah, but it just, this is what kills me. Is, he gets asked to be on TV. What his opinion is. Rather, it's. By the way, we have the smartest listeners in class. Matt in Illinois said, "Steph, I've never understood when Trump and his minions compare 1/6 to Black Lives Matter protests and why they weren't punished. People don't remind him because your Justice Department didn't pursue any charges. Stop with the comparisons. Just say AG Bill Barr didn't feel like it was worth it because there was no there. Right. I mean, there were some things even Bill Barr wouldn't go, that far. But I mean, the amount that he covered up for Donald Trump and the amount that he wrongly persecuted Trump's enemies is just, if it's not illegal, it should be, in my opinion.
William Safire back in 1993 dubbed Bill Barr the cover-up general.
Thank you.
And he never stopped covering up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I think what happens is, like, we're so numb. We've normalized Donald Trump to such a degree, and the same thing with justice, right? Where you go, oh, well, we can't pursue every crime. He commits so many of them. It just gets memory hold and normalized.
Got to change. It's got to change, and I hope and trust that it will. When we have a prosecutor in the Oval Office and a coach at her side, These are real world people who understand the consequences of not holding the ruling class criminals accountable. So I hope we're going to get there.
Attorney General Glenn Kirschner not going back. Okay. Hey, you know what's nice in October? Kansas City. Okay. We love you, Glenn.
Thanks, Glenn.
Love you, Steph.
Thank you.
Checky
See
calendar.
you guys.
Checky calendar.
Bye.
American Financing, saving homeowners over $800 every month by using your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt. American Financing, America's home for home loans. AmericanFinancing.net/progress.